The member for Fairfax has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and my question goes to the Treasurer. Will the Treasurer explain why lower taxes are important to growing a stronger economy? And Treasurer, what are the consequences of any higher taxing policy alternatives?
The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Fairfax for his question. And he brings to this place experience in small business, experience that is absolutely missing from those opposite, Mr Speaker. And the fact that in his electorate more than 20,000 small businesses will be able to access the extended instant asset write-off which was announced in this budget, and that more than 63,000 taxpayers in his electorate will be getting tax relief as a result of our announcements and our tax package, Mr Speaker, and around 25,000 of them will get the full $1,080, Mr Speaker, and the income tax offset. Now, Mr Speaker, our economy, with 5.3% unemployment, with a record number of people in work and workforce participation at a record high, with inflation at 1.6%, with a trade surplus, with their balanced budget, is, by those objective indicators, a good economy. Now, Mr Speaker, whose words are those, Mr Speaker? They are the words of Australia's longest-serving and most successful Treasurer and the architect of 10 budget surpluses, Peter Costello, Mr Speaker. That is what he said today about the Australian economy. And part of our economic plan is tax cuts, Mr Speaker. Tax cuts that have been legislated through this parliament, which will abolish a whole tax bracket, the 37 cents in the dollar tax bracket, and create one big tax bracket between $45,000 and $200,000, and will see 90%, more than 90% of Australian taxpayers pay a marginal rate of no more than 30 cents in the dollar. Now, Mr Speaker, there was a clear contrast in tax policies that were put to the Australian people at the last election. We supported lower taxes, and we're delivering lower taxes. The Labor Party took to the last election $387 billion of higher taxes, which are still on their books, Mr Speaker. And if Labor had got into government from the 1st of July this year, retirees, Mr Speaker, would have been hit with Labor's retirees tax, Mr Speaker. People with a superannuation would have been hit by Labor's superannuation tax, Mr Speaker, and family businesses would have been hit with Labor's family business tax, Mr Speaker. The reality is the Labor Party will always be the party of higher taxes chasing higher spending. The Coalition will always be the party of lower taxes and a stronger economy.